what we've been working on in our Reader's Workshop has been doing some research on different topics. We've done a lot of research on tornadoes, and we have created a mind map on tornadoes. And we're going to switch and start to do some research on the topic of hurricanes. But before we do that, I wanted to teach you a way, or review a way that you may have already heard of or learned of taking notes. Okay, so today we're going to look at a video clip. It's a news clip, and we're going to take a look at it. And what I would like you to do as we're watching it through the first time, it's quite short, I'd like you to go ahead and take notes. Take notes on what this story is about.
This is Jason.
Yes.
I have a bag for my Maloney in the front office.
Okay, she'll be down in a few minutes to pick it up.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
The pride of the Phoenix Zoo.
Nothing that beautiful.
Ian Gledhill, visiting from Canada, cannot take his eyes off the animals.
I'm surprised how white they are. That's really striking.
It's hard to believe the Arabian oryx was almost extinct. Overhunting and a threatened habitat thinned the herds in the Middle East. So the Phoenix Zoo took 9 of the animals in to save them.
We established the world herd here back in the early 60s, where most of the animals from the world were brought here.
The climate and the terrain in the Sonoran Desert is very similar to the Arabian Peninsula, where they are from. The Arabian oryx has thrived here at the Phoenix Zoo. In the past 45 years, there have been 239 births. Many of the babies went to other zoos, wildlife preserves, and back to the Middle East.
Okay, I'm going to stop you for a second because I'm looking around and I'm seeing that a lot of you have nothing on your paper. Give me a thumbs up if you are still looking at a blank piece of paper with no notes on it. No notes? You wrote a couple of notes? Okay. All right. Most of you, though, didn't really have too many things written down, or you've been sitting there trying to figure out, how do I know what I'm supposed to write down? Okay? So what I wanted to teach you today, that it is really important for you to identify the text structure. How many of you have heard that before? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? You know you're supposed to identify the text structure, but did you do that in this case? Did you do that? Okay. Thank you for being honest. Okay, so that's why I wanted to review this with you again today, is because it is so important when you are trying to take notes, when you are doing research, to first identify the text structure that the author used. Okay, that includes videos. We identify the text structure that the author used because then we know what the author feels is important. Okay, so let me back this up, and I'm going to replay it. And when you think you have identified the text structure, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Now remember, when you identify text structure, you're looking for key words. So listen carefully for those key words that will help you to identify.
This herd is the pride of the Phoenix Zoo.
Nothing that beautiful.
Ian Gledhill, visiting
Okay,
from Canada.
so what kind of a text structure do you think it is?
I think the text structure is informative.
Okay, but that's not one of the text structures. Let's take a minute, Terry, and review them then. Okay, give me one of the text structures that we have. Cause and effect. Another one, Sawyer? Chronological order. Another one, Carter? Descriptive. Another one? Compare and contrast. One more. Problem and solution. So we have 5 text structures that we pay attention to. Compare and contrast. Problem solution. Cause and effect. Descriptive. And chronological order. Okay? So let's continue to listen. Now remember, you're looking for those key words. And Terry, you're right. This is informative, but that's not what we were talking about for text structure. Okay?
Canada cannot take his eyes off the animals.
I'm surprised how white they are. That's really striking.
It's hard to believe the Arabian oryx
thumb came up first? Okay. Do you have something different?
Cause and effect.
Cause and effect. Mariah? Problem solution. We've got 3 different ones here. Descriptive, cause and effect, problem solution. All right, let's listen a little bit longer to see if we can hear it to be very clear as to what the text structure is.
That established the world herd here back in the early 60s, where most of the animals from the world were brought here.
The climate and the terrain in the Sonoran Desert is very similar to the Arabian Peninsula, where they are from. The Arabian oryx has thrived here at the Phoenix Zoo. In the past 45 years, there have been 239 births. Many of the babies went to other zoos, wildlife preserves, and back to the Middle East. Dan Sabatis and a team of zoo vets went to Jordan to see how they were doing.
We found a lot of fat and happy oryx over there.
There are now more than 6,000 of the animals in the world, and that's good news.
I think I'd say excellent that zoos like this can play a role in the preservation of animals.
The species survival plan benefits everyone, not just Phoenix Zoo. Diane Ryan, Fox 10 News.
Okay, so we had 3 different choices. What do you think? What do you think? Terry?
Descriptive.
You think it's descriptive? What do you think?
I think it's either cause effect or problem solution.
Okay, well, what was the cause?
Since they were almost extinct.
Is that the cause? Okay, what is it? If it's not a cause, what is it? It's a problem, right? So what was the problem here? What was the problem? They were almost extinct. What was the solution? Okay, they created a habitat for them at the Phoenix Zoo. All right, so now we've identified the text structure. What's the next step? Now that we know what the text structure is, how is that going to help us to take notes? Who is listening? Sawyer?
We can take notes related to that text structure.
Right, so when they're specifically talking about the problem, and when they are specifically talking about the solution, we take notes on that. That's what is important. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how our note-taking changes. Let's watch the clip one more time, and this time, now that we know that it's problem solution, we're going to be listening specifically for information on the problem. We're going to be listening specifically for information on the solution, and we're going to be taking notes. All right.
This herd is the pride of the Phoenix Zoo.
I think they're beautiful.
Ian Floodhill, visiting from Canada, cannot take his eyes off the animals.
I'm surprised how white they are. That's really striking.
It's hard to believe the Arabian oryx was almost extinct. Overhunting and a threatened habitat thinned the herds in the...
Okay, let me tell you what I just saw. I saw everybody, as soon as they said that the herds were almost extinct, and then what? Why were they almost extinct? What did you write down? Mariah? Overhunting, right? And the endangered habitats. So immediately now, as soon as you heard that, I saw like 6 people just quickly write down. You knew that that was the text structure, so you knew that those things were important.
The Middle East. So the Phoenix Zoo took 9 of the animals in to save them.
We established.
So how many of you wrote down that they took in 9 animals to save them? Okay, good show of hands, good thumbs up.
Just the world herd here back in the early 60s, where most of the animals from the world were brought here.
The climate and the terrain in the Sonoran Desert is very similar to the Arabian Peninsula, where they are from. The Arabian oryx has thrived here at the Phoenix Zoo. In the past 45 years, there have been 239 births. Many of the babies went to other zoos, wildlife preserves, and back to the Middle East. Dan Sabatis and a team of zoo vets went to Jordan to see how they were doing.
We found a lot of fat and happy oryx over there.
There are now more than 6,000 of the animals in the world, and that's good news.
Okay, and I think I just saw everybody write down there were over 6,000 of these animals in the world. Okay, and again, that problem solution. Problem, dwindling numbers in their population. Solution was to create this habitat in the Sonoran Desert. That is very similar to their natural habitat, and then to reintroduce these oryx back in Saudi Arabia, okay, to replenish the herds.
Excellent that zoos
going to have you start to research hurricanes. Hurricanes. And you're going to use your computer today to find some articles about hurricanes, and something that you can keep in mind is that sometimes your Achieve 3000, you can search for articles so you can actually kind of integrate some Achieve work and some research. Don't forget, you also have the database at the Jacksonville Public Library that you can access. Plus, you can access other articles through National Geographic Kids, Britannica Encyclopedia. You can access those on the computer. Now, just remember the caution. Wikipedia is not a good resource for accurate information. However, their bibliographies of their articles may provide you with connections that you can make to other articles and other information. Now, just a reminder, as you're reading, you're taking notes, Anthony. So what did we learn today? What's the first step when we're taking notes? Identify the text structure. Then once you have the text structure identified, then you know when to pay close attention to the information so that you know the notes that are important to the writer, and you can make sure that you're jotting those notes down. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to create a mind map in your reader's notebook, just like you created for tornadoes, except now you're going to be creating it for hurricanes. So you may want to go to a double stretch or a double blank page in your notebook so that you have plenty of room for this mind map. So as you read each article or each source, you're going to add and integrate that information into a mind map on hurricanes. Sorry, a question?
Are you allowed to watch videos of hurricanes?
You are allowed to watch videos on hurricanes just like we watched a video today. Okay, but as long as you follow the same process. How is the text structured? And then what is important, and take notes. Any other questions before I send you off to do your work? Okay, go ahead. You may go on your way back. You're not working with a partner today, you're working on your own.